This is a 1-star Le Mans 24-hour game on Roblox, and this is rated 5 stars. But do these games actually deserve to be rated that high or that low? Well, today I'm going to be answering that exact question, so stick around to the end to find out whether or not these games truly deserve their respective ratings. Alright, so the first game I'm going to be starting off with is going to be the 1-star game. Now this game is actually made by RIA, you know, the same guys that did RIA Formula Racing. So let's just find out why this game is 1-star rated. Already I'm immediately noticing this car is not fun to drive whatsoever. How do I explain it? It's like understeery on entry and oversteery on exit. Like, look at that. It's so easy to slide in. Alright, let's test the brakes. I broke way too late, but the brakes are actually pretty strong. So I guess that's a positive. Also, the track detailing and model is very bare bones. It's literally 2D trees. I understand that's probably like a performance thing, but like not very detailed. Even in like the kind of front straight part where there's more scenery, it didn't look that detailed. So in terms of models, this game definitely, I can see why it's rated 1 star. Alright, this corner, let's get this one right. Oh, that was pretty good. I was probably a bit too slow, but at least I didn't go wide and hit the wall, you know. And oh my god, I've just gone completely into the wall. I didn't even turn that much. It's just that the car kind of, like the rear end stepped out. I don't know if it's probably a handling issue. Yeah, this car's handling is not at all fun to drive. And look at that. You can look at the bottom of my screen. I was turning full lock left and I was just going right into the wall. Yeah, I can definitely see why this game is 1 star at the moment. I mean, I will say the car models look alright, but yeah, apart from that, the track model is very basic. The handling is way too just not that good. I can't English that well. But we're at the end of the lap now, having to literally like carry it through the S's and onto the front straight. Overall, I can definitely see why this game is rated 1 stars. The handling is very understeery and oversteery, but more on the oversteery side at high speeds. The track model is very basic. But yeah, overall my final verdict is that this game does deserve a 1 star rating. But before I check out the 5-star Le Mans game, I would just like to take a minute to thank ULTIMA for making today's video possible. ULTIMA is the go-to place for Roblox racing developers trying to find the best assets for a reasonable price. They offer loads of different car classes such as WEC, Formula 1, Formula 2, Formula E and more, but that's not it. They also have a great library of realistic and extremely fun tracks such as the Hungaroring, Misano, Jeddah, and a ton of other great racetracks to choose from. They also offer other extremely cheap yet super handy assets such as scripted podiums, garages, pit walls, motorhomes, merchandise, and lots more to choose from that you'll be able to access via their Discord server, which will be at the top link of the description and pinned comment. Thanks again ULTIMA for making today's videos possible. But now, let's see how this 5-star rated Le Mans game compares to the 1-star rated Le Mans game. Alright, so the 5-star game is actually developed by Blox Racing, and if you don't know who they are, they have actually made some other pretty cool Roblox racing games, and they've been featured on my channel like 3 times now. Let's see if this game deserves 5-star rating, and you know what, right off the bat is actually a lot more fun to drive. The car feels kind of more responsive, and it also like doesn't have too much oversteer on exits. It has a little bit, but it's definitely still way better than RIA's oversteer. Like, it's more manageable than RIA's oversteer, so therefore it's more fun than RIA's oversteer. And the brakes, I will give RIA a point for the braking. I think the braking on this game is not as strong as RIA's, so yeah, that is like one department that the 1-star game is actually better than the 5-star game. So I will also say that the track model is actually much better. Like, the trees are actually 3D. There was some pretty detailed grandstands over there. The 1-star game did not have those grandstands, and it had just 2D trees all around. So yeah, in terms of scenery, this game gets a point. In terms of features, this game also gets a point, because look at this. You can toggle day and night, which is pretty cool. Obviously, with Le Mans being a 24-hour race, this is realistic as well. And over here, it's not much of a track map, but it still is a kind of proximity map on the right of the screen, so that's pretty cool, I guess. RIA didn't have that. So another point goes to these guys for the features. Another point I'll give to RIA for is optimization. This game is a bit more laggier than RIA, but I've completed the lap, and quickly before I get to my outro, I will also say that this game's car models are way more detailed, because like the RIA car models were kind of low poly. This one kind of has like detail on the rear wing and stuff, and also the tires are also pretty detailed. Look at that. Yeah, this game gets a point for car models. Alright, so time for my final verdict. Does the RIA Le Mans game truly deserve a 1-star rating? Well, to be honest, it's pretty bare bones and it's not that fun to drive, so I will say yes, RIA does deserve 1 star. But does Project Blox Racing's Le Mans 24-hour game deserve a 5-star rating? Well, the car handling is actually extremely fun to drive. There is lots of details on both the cars and the track, and there is also a ton of more features than an RIA. So overall, I will actually say once again that yes, Project Blox Racing does deserve the 5-star rating, and RIA does deserve its 1-star rating. So I'd like to thank all of you for watching this short little video, and I'd like to thank ULTIMA one more time for making today's video possible. Make sure you go check them out in the description or pinned comment. And with that, I will see you guys in a few weeks' time. Goodbye.